The functions of the water-powered observatory. The water-powered Armillary and celestial tower was named after from its three main functions: the Armillary sphere for observing celestial objects in real time, the celestial globe as a three-dimensional star chart, and the water-driven timepiece for timekeeping. The Armillary sphere is used by ancient Chinese astronomers for tracking and observing celestial objects, similar to modern-day equatorial mounts. The Armillary sphere, with a poetic name known as Xiang, is comprised of three sets of concentric rings. Its spin axis must be aligned with the north celestial pole, parallel to the Earth's rotation axis. The outer nest is called the component of the 6 cardinal points, comprised of the split-ring meridian circle, the single-ring horizon circle and the single-ring equatorial circle. The meridian circle is marked with 365 and 0.25 degrees. The horizon circle is segmented into 24 compass sections, and the equatorial circle is divided 100 segments. Together, they are used to read the time and position of the celestial object. The middle nest is the component of the 3 arrangers of time, comprised of the split-ring ecliptic circle and the single-ring equatorial circle. The 2 rings should spin in coherence with the flow of time. The equatorial circle is marked with 28 lunar mansions and 24 solar terms. Complemented with the sun's position represented through the ecliptic circle, it's able to demonstrate the movement of celestial bodies and predict possible changes in monthly climate. The inner nest is the component of the 4 displacements. The split-ring polar-mounted declination circle's spinning axis is aligned to the celestial poles. A tube-like instrument in the middle of the circle is known as a sighting tube. It runs through the center of the Armillary sphere and can be moved in 4 directions to locate celestial objects and record their positions. When an anomaly appears, the user can align the tube to record the position of the anomaly from the ring's markings, then realign the tube based on the recorded data the following night, to check if the anomaly has changed its position. Xiang's water-powered Armillary and celestial tower has successfully incorporated automatic tracking mechanisms using water as the energy source. This way, the Armillary sphere is able to continue its motion throughout the day, without having to manually recalibrate when the evening comes. Meanwhile, the earliest record of similar instruments in the West would be the German equatorial mount developed Joseph von Fraunhofer in 1824 CE. Telescopes in modern-day observatories are often mounted on equatorial mounts, which uses a rod to maintain its alignment with the Earth's polar axis. By turning the right ascension rod perpendicular to the polar axis rod, the telescope is able to turn accordingly with the Earth's rotation, to lock itself onto the subject of observation at all times. Xiang's Armillary sphere would have been very similar to a modern observatory, except for a glass lens telescope, which wouldn't have existed until 500 years later. Celestial globe. The records of observational astronomy in ancient times could only be preserved through cave murals, or hard, flat surfaces such as slates or wooden boards, but because the sky is three-dimensional, during the Warring States period, Xiang and Gonda have invented an instrument by engraving the star chart onto a globe. Since then, the celestial globe has been used by generations of astronomers. The globe is based on the observational data accumulated by generations of ancient Chinese astronomers to represent the position of celestial objects. This allows the astronomers to read the night skies at any time, without being limited by daylight or the weather. The celestial globe marks notable stars according to their positions in the sky, by setting assorted gemstones on a rotating globe. Its rotational axis is consistent with the angle of the north celestial pole, and the gemstones are connected to reflect the Chinese asterisms. It's placed in the second story of the water-powered Armillary and celestial tower, which it's half submerged into a wooden casing. Inside the wooden casing is a celestial globe drive wheel, which connects the globe to the day and night timekeeping wheels through an intermediary gear set. The globe rotates to simulate the stars rising from the east, with its rotating speed being set concurrently with the Earth's daily rotation. The timekeeping wooden pagoda. The timekeeping wooden pagoda is at the bottommost of the clock tower. Behind its facade lies the day and night timekeeping wheels. The time-keying wooden pagoda is comprised of 5 stories. The topmost story has 3 doors, which covers up the timekeeping drum wheel. Behind each of the 3 doors stands a wooden miniature. At every odd-numbered hour, the red miniature at the left door to ring a chime bell. At every even-numbered hour, the purple miniature at the right door to ring a temple bell. Also, at every quarter hour, which is every 15 minutes, the green miniature will appear from the left door to beat a drum. The second story is the hourly timekeeping wheel. Stands 24 wooden miniatures, wearing red for odd number hour and purple for even number hour. At every hour, a miniature will appear at the open door, holding a wooden plate with the number of hour written on it. The third story is the quarter-hourly timekeeping wheel, with 96 wooden miniatures dressed in green. At every 15 minutes, a miniature will appear at the door, holding a wooden plate with the name of the quarter-hour written on it. The 2 bottommost stories feature a separate timekeeping system for the night. In ancient China, night time is measured from sunset to sunrise, based on the night watch system. Night time is divided into 5 gung, and each gung is divided into 5 to 6 chou. The 5 gung are sunset, dusk, waiting for dawn, dawn, and sunrise. Inside the 4th story of the wooden pagoda is a bell-like instrument made with bronze. A miniature in red stands next to the instrument to ring the instrument at sunset, dusk, waiting for dawn, dawn, and sunrise. The bottommost story, tells, is for time telling during night time. 38 miniatures, each with a wooden plate with the time written on it, would take turn at the opening when the instrument is rung. As the length of night would change throughout the year, noticeable from the different times of sunrise and sunset, the capital of northern Xiang is located on the 35th parallel north, meaning, night time could be less than 10 hours during summer, and can be longer than 14.5 hours during winter. Therefore, the spacing between each miniature on this story would require regular adjustment to ensure consistent and accurate time telling throughout the year.